Alright, hello everybody, this is Nick from thearcadehunters.com. I don't know who that guy is up there, but yes, we are going to take a look finally at the original from 1981. This is Donkey Kong. Now, what else do I have to say about it? You know, it's a classic. There's been so many videos about this game. You know, I'm just contributing to the peanut gallery with this one, but, you know, obviously it came out in 1981, and it was designed by Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto, who went pretty crazy with this game. You know, wanted to make a whole story around it, and one of the first really arcade games or video games that had like a whole story. You know, the monkey steals the guy's girlfriend, and he's got to run up the construction site and get it back. You know, good old hard-working Italian carpenter. Yes, because at the time he was a carpenter, but his name wasn't Mario, because I like to go over here, and it says "Save the Lady" from Donkey Kong, and it always says 4 jump button makes Jumpman jump. And I always like saying that. So the classic Nintendo cabinets, which are very highly sought after now, but you could get these for like for just like a steal. They were just everywhere. You know, everybody converts these games. If you go up to Fun Swap, they have a ton of the old Nintendo games that are all converted. I'm pretty sure they have one that's a Gunsmoke at the time. But what is really cool about this, we're actually going to be doing 2 videos on this. We're going to start off with the original, and then we're going to take a look at the pseudo-sequel to the game. We're going to be checking out Donkey Kong 2, and I'll get into a whole story about that, because we actually had an interview with the guy that created Donkey Kong 2 at one of the Fun Spot tournaments, but unfortunately someone stole the tape when 2600 went to put it down and walk away. That was obviously the year that King of Kong made it big onto G4 at the time. So, you know, don't expect some high-level play. You know, most of the time I don't even make it up to the Pie Factory whenever I play this. Just watching the people play this game is absolutely insane, you know. Like right here, we have the high score save kits on it, so I'm pretty sure that's our friend Jesse's score. He's got 330,000 on it, which is, at the time that was a lot, but now it's just like, you know, that's chump change, because it went from being like there's only like 2 or 3 people that had recorded kill screens, and now like I think they're up to like 10 or 12 now. It's gotten absolutely out of hand. So we're going to go in, we're going to check out the original Donkey Kong. Alright folks, hopefully I'm zoomed in good enough. Hey everybody. Alright, we got the free play hack on, so let's go. We're going to play Donkey Kong. Alright, here we go. Whenever I used to play it, I would always try to get the most out of the bonus, so I'd rush up as fast as I can, which is kind of a ballsy move to do when you get to some of the later stages. Especially when he starts getting really crazy with the barrels. I always like to stand off to the side, make sure I notice a lot of the time if I get greedy, that barrel is going to come right down at me and just knock me out. So now we're on the rivet stage. Take out the rivets. One thing I also have to say, I love the old Nintendo joystick. Just, especially when you hear some people play it, where it's just the sound of it, just clicking back and forth and stuff like that. We got our hammer. Damn fires. These guys are a pain in the ass. See if I can do some toe tapping. This is one of the things I'm not good at. So a lot of people will do this. I'll just sit here and just... It's a real strategy. You can keep doing this over and over again. Just keep making up the points. You just gotta watch that guy. Because if he's on his way up, he's coming. Even in the first few stages, these guys they're still pretty tricky. And there he goes, knocked him on his head. Not sure when all the names, like, really stuck, because, like, pretty sure, like, she's either, Pauline's either called Lady or Madonna. I think, like, a few times that she was called Madonna. I don't know why. Gosh. Getting greedy. Let's see if we can get some barrels up. There we go. Most of the time I always get screwed where he has the hammer up, and then it friggin' hits me in the feet and I die. Blinking, so it's time to get rid of the hammer. Oh, got an extra. It's actually a good game for me. Pretty decent, but now we're getting into the elevator stage, which is much different if you ever play the one thing about, like, I'm not sure of how my trivia is, but I heard supposedly, like, Nintendo lost the rights to the arcade version, and that's why, like, you never see the arcade version put onto any of their collections, and I always miss that jump. It was something like they don't have, I don't know how you lose the rights to the own game. Supposedly, like, they lost the rights and they can't do anything with it, so that's why, like, whenever they release Donkey Kong on any of, like, the virtual console, it's never the arcade version. It's always the NES version, which is always missing the Pie Factory level, which I don't think we're gonna see here. I think, yeah, this goes back to rivets. So after the rivets, that's when it adds in the Pie Factory. I remember a lot of people that, you know, grew up playing the NES version and never really got to play the arcade version, and they see the Pie Factory and they look at it like, what the hell is this? But when we get into Donkey Kong 2 next, you're gonna see some pretty whacked out stuff, because the stuff the guy Jeff was putting in. There you go. Come on up. Come on up. He's not gonna come up. He's not coming up. He doesn't want to deal with Jumpman and this hammer. Not close enough. Just gonna cash out my bonus. There he goes. Hopefully I can make it up to the Pie Factory. That's pretty much what I want to show, because, you know, there's been 1,001 videos of Donkey Kong. You don't really need my videos, and people are gonna be saying, like, I'm doing stuff wrong. Like, how come I'm not grouping the barrels? You know, and that's what happens when I'm not looking. I'm actually trying to talk to the camera because I don't have a external microphone, but more excuses, right? More excuses. And that barrel will always hit you if you always run, so let's go. I'm gonna get greedy. I'm going up for the bonus. So I've actually seen there's people that do, they'll do runs where they do it without barrels. I'm sorry, without doing it without the hammer and stuff like that. They get pretty crazy. And that's right there. That's what I'm talking about. The random barrels that you get in Donkey Kong. He does not want you climbing that tower. And see just how they like heat-seeking missiles. They just want to. And one of the other cool things that I'm pretty sure a lot of people know, you use the half ladders if you don't want to jump. But you need an NES remix, because there's a thing where you actually play as Link, and thing is, Link can't jump, so you gotta use the ladders. So that sucked. But that right there is the classic from 1981. That's Donkey Kong. I'm Nick from the Arcade Hunters. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you can see me.